The measure of faith. So let's just move a little further here. We're going to talk about lessons from Noah. Y'all ready for some lessons from Noah? I love this. Noah, 600 years old. Can you imagine that God comes to you when you're 600 years old? Some of y'all are looking at me kind of funny, like, oh, you think we'll be around by then? Well, the way things are going, we might be. Keep on coming with all these little mystery pills and all this new kind of thing for longevity. Do you know that you've already outlived your ancestors from a couple of decades ago by 10, 20 years? Okay, well, here we go. That's something else. Him, Shem, and Japheth. You can make a difference for your family. The Bible says that he prepared an ark and pulled his family. God said, get your family and bring them on board. Amen? When you get rid of the lie that you can't make a difference, when you get rid of the lie that you've been too bad, when you get rid of the lie that you can't do anything productive for God, when you get rid of those lies and start listening to God, guess what? Listen, not only are you going to make a difference for you, but here's Noah. He made a difference for his family. The Philippian jailer, the Bible says that he carried Paul and Silas to his house, and as he said, believe in us, or believe in God, and he said that you and your household shall be saved. So he brought them there, and they were all baptized in just a matter of a few hours. Let me tell you something. You may think that you're not doing anything, but you're making an impact. You know, I do a lot of references to PCDC, but there's PCDC, and there's hospitals, and there's nursing homes, and I sit back and I watch people in nursing homes, and I watch them thinking, some of these people think they're too old to do any good, they're too old to help. And then I watch somebody that's old, and they're in a nursing home, and they're having problems themselves. As we're ministering, they walk over and push somebody else's wheelchair. Or they walk over and pick somebody's head up. Or they walk over and look in their face and smile at them and say, go ahead and sing. It's going to be okay. You see, even at that age, even with problems that they have of their own, they're making an impact. They're making a difference. So first, you can make an impact for your family. Also, you can make a difference for God's creation. The Bible says he put all those, he didn't put them on there, God sent all those animals on the ark. Let me read something to you because there's been a big old controversy about how many animals he put on the ark, or on the ark. Chapter 7. Now here's your argument if you want to talk to somebody. Not argument, but your answer. Not an argument. You don't argue with people about the Bible. You don't argue. If you argue, you're not going to win them. Verse 7, chapter 7, verse 1, and the Lord said unto Noah, come down all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast I shall take thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of the beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female. Wow. So where's just 2 by 2? The clean ones take by sevens. Wow. You see, once he got there, he had to have sacrifice. Plus, he had to have meat. So watch this. By sevens are the clean, and by twos, by the unclean ones. But still, what he did was, he reached far beyond, and God used him. God used him. You know, why did he put those animals on board? Here it is again. He put the animals on board for a very powerful purpose. And that powerful purpose is that he used him to keep the seed alive. Someone here, some of you in here right now don't realize, you're thinking, what am I doing? What am I here for? Why am I even around? Let me tell you something. You're keeping the seed alive. You're making a difference. Don't let the devil tell you different. There's some powerful, powerful stuff. Here's the lesson, trying to go ahead and get through them so you can go ahead and pray. You can make a difference for future generations. You see, his sons took care of everything after him. His sons wound up populating the whole world. You see, there's a difference. Listen carefully. There's a difference between success and significance. There's a lot of people reaching for success. Once you reach for success, once you grab the ring, that's all you got is the ring. Think about Elvis. Think about Michael Jackson. Think about all these guys that had all this before them and all this money, and they were never satisfied. They were tore up because they had success. But look at Mother Teresa, Billy Graham. They have significance. There's a difference. One is reaching into themselves, the other is reaching out. And so, watch this very carefully. Significance is shared by few, or success is shared by few, but significance is shared by many. I love this. You can have success without significance, but you cannot have significance without success. I have seen so many people. When I used to work at Fountain Powerboats, I got a chance to meet a lot of people. I got a chance to meet some very wealthy people, people that could just reach out their wallet and buy a fountain boat. That was powerful, money-wise. But at the same time, I had, like I told you, I had one guy who had sold boats to Hulk Hogan and had all these celebrities and had pictures with him. He made mega bucks. And I walked by his office one day, and I walked by his office. He said, "David, do me a favor." I have never even met the guy. He had just started work there. He was a vice president. I hadn't even met the guy yet. And I come in. He knew me though. When I walked in the door, he said, "David, come here. Shut the door behind you. Sit down." I went, "Oh no. Vice president calling me in. You're doing this with me." I said, "I don't know what. I've never even met the man." And he said, "I heard you were a minister." I said, "Yes, sir." He says, "I need some help." I said, "What?" And all of a sudden he started laying his problems out. And after he got good, he cried. He got right down and cried. And we prayed together. After he cried and we talked and we prayed together, it amazed me. And I said, "You know what?" He had all these pictures on the wall, all these celebrities. And he had all this money and drove the fancy cars and had the fancy clothes. But he was one of the most miserable men I'd ever met. I don't want success. I want significance. Amen? Success by itself is nothing. Significance is everything. That's what God is watching for in our life. And so, the next lesson, I'm trying to get through kind of quick. Amen? I said kind of quick. Did y'all hear that? So I got to keep up these little hinge words, kind of. Okay. One person who follows God can make a difference in the outcome of the whole world. One person who follows God can make a difference in the outcome of the whole world. That's what Noah did. God was going to destroy him. But Noah instead wasn't just because of the way he lived. Amen? You see, so you can make a difference for God. God was ready to wipe out man. Think about it. But God, you know what Noah was? Noah was the mediator. Matter of fact, he's a picture of Christ in the last days. Moses himself changed the direction of God. He come down off the mountain. The guys had taken all the gold and silver and made a golden calf. They were down there naked. They were dancing, having a hoot and holler time because Moses had been gone for 40 days. And so when Moses comes down, God says, "I'm going to just wipe them out." And Moses said, "Don't do that. Don't do that. Do something for them, but don't do that." And he changed the direction of God. Mediator. Some of y'all right now are mediators and don't even realize it. Oh, look at there. He just read. Is that DC? Is that? Oh, that's Stephen. That's Stephen's baby picture. I didn't recognize him. He had hair. Okay. Not Stephen. You can make a difference at any age. Noah was 600 years old. No matter how old you are, it's not your age, but it's your attitude. Every time I think about this, I'm drawn back to the night I was working third shift. Anybody ever work third shift? You know you just get ill because you ill. Okay, I'm working third shift. Back in the day when DC was a little baby, back in 81, 82, we didn't have all this stuff. We didn't have cable. We didn't have all this stuff everybody else has got now. And gospel music time only came on once a week on Monday night. One time. It was Monday night. It was after my first night of third. I was really just gripey and ill. And DC was in the foreplay, and all of a sudden his mama just said something. I don't even know what she said. She probably was fine with what she said, but I was so ill, I snapped at her. And when I snapped at her, she snapped back. And we started arguing. And we're going at it. And DC's only like, I think he was 16 months old. And he could talk about being 16 months old, believe it or not. He was just, he'd been talking ever since. Look at him. He can talk right now. He can talk years old by telephone operator. Ready? DC stood up while we were arguing, a 16-month-old, and grabbed his mama by the hand, and he grabbed me by the hand. And he said, let's pray. And he put his head down and started saying, Lord, touch these idiots. No, he didn't say that. He did. He said, Lord, touch my mama and my daddy. Wow. 16 months old. You're never too young. You're never too old. God can use you always to make a difference. Amen? All right, hold on.